All right, we are recording. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thursday morning. Beautiful day outside. So we start as we always begin with our centering practice. So adjust your spine so you're sitting up nice and tall, head, neck, spine in alignment. And close your eyes and begin attending to your breath. Exhaling through the open nostril and inhaling through the opposite. And Sandy, I know you just joined us, and because we are recording, I'm giving you the option of turning your visual off, your video off, because it does end up in the recording. So if you don't mind, you will be recorded, or you can turn off the visual. So that's up to you. All right, go back to your breath, go back to that centering, follow the pattern of the breath cycle with mentally. And as you do, smooth out the breath. Keeping it even, deep, calm. And always noticing the nostril dominance. And there's no right or wrong to that. It just is. It's the nature of your body and where you are right now. But during our yogic practice, during our asana, you might notice that it shifts or changes. And this is part of the practice too, is noticing that. So we begin by noticing the breath as we're very still and mindful of that breath traveling in and out of the nostrils. So very gently switch your cycle. You'll be exhaling through that non-dominant nostril, or the one that's a little more plugged, and inhaling through the opposite. And then making that easy transition into exhaling both mentally and inhaling both. Making sure your breathing is diaphragmatic, so the belly lifts on that in-breath and lowers on the out-breath. And if you're unsure, you can always place your hand on your belly, your little fingers above your navel, and the thumb is just under the breastbone. And that part of the body is what is actually moving, keeping the chest and the shoulders as still as possible. And beginning to create a good habit in this breathing pattern. And then gently opening the eyes and bring your hands to your heart center. And we'll just press the palms and all the knuckles together, extending the elbows out. And then extending the arms out at a T. Inhale up into prayer flow, and then exhaling back down to the heart center and lowering forehead to fingertips. Just really open the back of the neck. And then 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And this last one, make a real genuine connection with the breath. So wait for the inhale, and then the arms move. Deep in the inhale so that you end with palms touching, and then the exhale initiates the lowering of the palms to the heart center and your forehead to the fingers. And then coming back to your center and release from here. Okay, bring your hands to your heart center one more time in seated prayer twist. So right elbow to that left knee. We're going to go with the breath right away today. So inhale to your center, exhale and switch. And just keep going, focusing on the breath rather than just the movement. And as you do several of these, enjoy the deepening of this twist by bringing your elbow up and looking up. And one more on each knee. All right, and releasing back to your center, just resting here just for a moment. And then go right into our pelvic circle, seated pelvic circle. So opening up that lower part of the spine and working into the pelvis and hip area. And we'll just do a few of these this morning, maybe about 5. And then reverse it. And come back into your center. And we're going to spread the legs wide. So on the chair is best for this posture in this little stretch sequence. So one hand on each knee and come into a full forward fold first. Imagine the top of your head has got a cord on it. Reach it away from you, lengthen the spine. Try to get the torso level to the floor. Bring both hands to the floor. Press the palms and the fingertips. We're going to bring the the left arm up. And then switch sides, right arm up. And then continue. Inhale the arm up and exhale as you lower it, switch sides. All right, one more on each side. Press your palms down, look forward. And if you're able to spread your legs a little bit wider, go ahead. And then walk both of your hands to your right foot. Straddle your foot and extend your left arm right by the left ear and reach it forward. Bring that left arm up to the ceiling, look up. And then lower it behind you, palm down, level to the floor. Keep your eyes on it, work with the neck. And then bring that arm up back to the floor. Just arc it back. Walk to your center. Press the palms down, look forward again. And then straddle the left foot. We're going to bring the right arm to that right ear and stretch it forward. Right arm up. Lower it behind you, palm down. And then right arm up, back to the floor. Just arc it slowly. Press down. Come to center. Press, look forward. And then come up onto your knees. Just your forearms rest here. And then bringing the back of your right hand to your low back. Rock that shoulder back and look up. And then switch sides. Left to the low back. And then back to center. We're going to do another half forward fold. And then slowly come up. And we'll do about 5 seated cat stretches. So legs together, and exhale begins the first part of it, and then inhale as you come up. And one more. And back to center. All right, let's come to standing. So you can put your chairs to the side for now. And right into our 3 Here we go. All right, I'm back. All right, thanks, Cece, for the chat. Okay, are we good? Thumbs up? Can you hear me? Okay, thanks. All righty, let's continue. Every night, you know, Zoom hasn't done that in weeks. I don't know why all of a sudden it just does that. Good to go. Okay, thanks, Cece. Okay, sun cells. Here we go. All right, so Thursday, this is the 3. We start slow and we work our way up to a little faster version. So hands to the heart center. Find your mountain pose, point the second toe forward, and then press the big toes down, the little toes down. Feel the arc in the foot, finding that center, drawing it up the legs, up the spine, out the crown of the head. Thumbs touch the chest center for a continued centering. Take an inhale and exhale forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale the right foot back into whatever variation of lunge you wish to work with. This is the standard, most common, with the knee to the floor looking up. Step back to downward facing dog. Press the hips back. Inhale to cobra. Back to down dog. Right foot forward into lunge. Forward fold. Forehead to the chair. Arms at a T. Inhale it up and back. And back to forward fold. Left leg back into lunge. Down dog. Cobra. Down dog. Left forward, lunge. Forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale to the heart. And the second one a little quicker. Forward, up and back. Forward fold. Right foot back, lunge. Down dog. Cobra. Down dog. Right foot forward to lunge. Forward fold. Come up. Fold. Left back to lunge. Down dog. Cobra. Down dog. Left forward lunge. Forward fold. Come up. And to your heart. And this last one is the quickest with no pausing in between each posture. Forward, up and back. Fold. Lunge. Down dog. cobra, down dog, lunge, fold, come up, fold, left leg back to lunge, down dog, cobra, down dog, left lunge, fold, and come up, back to your heart. All right, rest and observe. Working with our standing warriors today. So we'll do, the chair version would just be if you want to brush your knee or your shin in front, you know, of the seat of the chair. If that kind of works for you, you can use that as a guide. And then using that as a guide, you can extend that back leg back even further. So you feel a little bit more supported in this particular warrior. So I've got my left leg back now and my knee resting on the seat of the chair. And then warrior two, both arms are forward. I mean, level to the floor, and you're looking forward. So this gives you the opportunity to even slide that back foot back a little bit. Keep your torso in the very center of your front knee and your back knee. So you're not kind of lunging forward or arcing back like that. It's right in the center, look forward. We're going to lower the right arm to that front knee if you got the left foot back and left arm up. Bring it over the side of your face, stretch it forward. And come back to that warrior two position. And then drop your back hand to the leg and the front arm comes straight up. Bring it past the midline toward the face, bend back. Warrior two. And release the arms, step forward, relax that leg out. All right, let's try the other side. So stepping that right leg back. So if you're using the chair, just let it brush up against the seat of it. Walk the back leg back a little more if you wish to do that today. Extend the arms. And then front arm to the front knee, right arm up. And reach. Bring that right arm over the face, stretch from the hip to the fingertip. And then come back up to warrior two, both arms level. And relax and step it forward. Right, shake that out. I'm going to come into first a modified forward fold and then almost a full forward fold. So inhale the arms up. I create a little back bend first. Both arms to the ears. Hands and forehead to the chair. Try to straighten out the knees. And then walk back to down dog. Press the hips back, lengthen the spine. And then take a step forward and hands to the floor for a full forward fold. Bring your hands right in front of your toes and allow the head to dangle, just go loose. Arms out at a T. Inhale up overhead. Good, stretch up. Back bend. Come to your heart. And release from here. All right, we are going to continue with standing posture. So the back of your chair we'll use. And just come into just a natural standing posture. Bringing that right knee up into the chest. So we're going to give it a good hug first. And then bring it out to the right. Keep the torso forward, gaze forward. Back to center. Hug it again. And then extend that leg straight back, chest to chair, leg level to the floor. And we'll go through that again. So knee to chest. Open it. Knee to chest. Straight back. And knee to chest. And release that leg. All right, shake it out a bit. And let's go to the left. So hug the left. And open it. Back to center. Hug it. Stretch it back, chest to chair. And hug it. Do it again. Open. And hug it. Stretch it back. And hug it again. And release that leg. Okay, give it a good shake out. And then walk your feet back to like a high plank position. Take a step forward and come into chair. So extend the hips back, arms forward, look forward. Weight is in your heels. Bring the arms up by the ears if you're able, if your shoulders can handle it. Straighten the arms. Those hips extended. And then come to an overhead stretch, reach straight up. Let's do another back bend. And then sweep your arms down to a forward fold, hands in front of your feet. And dangle your arms and roll up nice and slow. And just come back to standing. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, release from here. All right, we're going to do a slow version of Hero Series. So we normally do that on Monday night, and we do the quicker version. But I like doing it on Thursdays to really work with each individual posture within Hero. It's actually easier without the chair and with my back towards you. So if you would just come to a comfortable stance, it doesn't have to be really wide. Point your toes forward. And then bring your hands to your heart center. And we're going to break this down nice and slow. So press your hands forward so you're opening your back. And then arms up. And then start back bending. And then release your hands to the back of your thighs and deepen your back bend if you're able. Run your hands down the back of your legs, fold forward. Bring your hands right to your ankles. Hands to your heart center. And inhale, come to standing, arms overhead. And then spin both of your feet to the right and bend the right knee. We're going to lower the chest toward that right thigh and reach it forward. Come up, keep the knee bent, and then straighten it. Flip to the left. So you just want to rotate on your heel. And then bend that knee and bring arms or chest to thigh, reach it forward. Come up, keep that knee bent, straighten it, flip to the right, and then interlace your hands behind your hips. We're going to rotate the hips or the shoulders back and look up. And then fold forward for angle pose, chest to thigh, forehead toward the shin. And then bend your right knee or your front knee. Rest your chest on the thigh. Shift your chest off and lower the forehead to your floor. Look up, bring your chest back on your thigh just for a second break. Reestablishing the center. Look forward and come straight up. Straighten the knee. Let's flip to the other side and do the same thing. So angle, open the shoulders, look up, and then fold forward. Bend the knee, rest your chest on it. And then slip it off the thigh, forehead to the floor. Look forward and bring your chest onto your thigh again. A little rest. And then come up, nice and strong. Back to straight, then straighten that knee. Flip both feet forward to where you began. Arms overhead. Palms touch, come to your heart center, and step your feet together. All right, take a little observe breath break. See what's going on with the body. Notice if there's a change. Notice if there's a change in nostrils. All right, shake it out a little bit. We're going to work with back bending with camel using the chair. So take care of your knees if you need to. And we're going to do this version where your legs go underneath the chair and your hips are at the seat of the chair. And your hands are on the seat as well. So get this far. And make sure you pad your knees if you need to. I'll wait till you get there. And if you're using a mat, you can roll it up like 3 times. That works really well. All right, press your hips forward. Bring your shoulders back and then let your head lower. All right, come up nice and slow. We're going to take a rabbit after each one. So top of the head to the floor and hips stay up. There's no weight on your head, very little. And then come back up, take your time, and we'll do that version of camel again. So hands to the chair, hips forward, shoulders back, release the head. All right, let's try rabbit again. And then come up from rabbit nice and slow. Take care of, the blood pressure. You might get a little head rush. And then turn around so that you're facing the seat of the chair. And we'll practice a kneeling prayer twist. So if you're ready, step the right foot forward, and what you can do is brush your shin on the seat of the chair or your knee. And if you want, you can extend your left leg farther back. Bring your hands to your heart center. Drop your right elbow to the right knee. Bring that left elbow straight up if you can. Palms are pressing together. Come to center and then switch sides. So left elbow to that right knee, elbow up. Okay, come back to center. Bring your arms overhead, right by your ears. And then start back bending. All right, release that forward and switch sides. So the left foot is forward. You can extend the right leg if you want. That it creates more of an intense stretch by moving your leg back. Hands to your heart center. And then left to left. Twist at the waist, get the right elbow to point to the ceiling and look up. And come back to your center, then switch. Right to left, elbow up. And then center. All right, arms up. Bend back. And then release into a down dog. So drop your heels and really press those hips back to lengthen the spine. Hands to the floor for a forward fold. Come into chair, bending the knees, arms forward. Arms up. We're going to release back to forward fold. And then dropping down to seated position. All right. Place, when you're in seated, place one hand on each knee. Press your chest forward, roll the shoulders back. And just hang here for a bit. Gently release that posture. Interlace your hands behind the hips. Straighten the spine as best as you can. Shoulders are rolled back. Fold forward for Yoga Mudra. Come up on your inhale. Change the cross of your legs. All right, keep your hands interlaced. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lengthen. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. And come up on that in-breath. And relax from here. Straighten the legs out. Press the knees to the floor and point the toes up. Just come into easy staff pose, hands at your hips. Doesn't matter where your hands are. Everybody has a different length of arms. So if they're a little bit forward or back or right opposite the hips, that's okay. Wherever you can get your palms the flattest. Straighten your spine, come out of the hips, get your back as straight as you possibly can. It does increase the posture. It's a little harder on the legs, but it's all a practice, and we try to get the spine lined up. Those energy centers are flowing freely and evenly. From here, bend your right knee and give that a good hug. Forehead to knee. Okay, we're going to shift your chest off that right thigh and walk down the left leg. You can get to your toes if you can. Keep the right knee pointed up, so you have to walk your foot away so you can do that. And hang on to somewhere, your foot or ankle or shin, whatever, as long as you keep that left leg straight. So if it's bent up like that, just back off a little bit. You might want to come up higher. All right. So no matter where you are, begin to lower chest to thigh, and it might only be a nano part of an inch, movement. That's okay. And then if you want to add that variation, your right arm is going to wrap around the front right shin, and your hand lands on your thigh. So it gets the arm out of the way, you can lower a bit deeper. All right, slowly release that and come up. All right, shake your legs out. Okay, let's try the left one. So give it a good hug first. And your right leg is straight, toes up. And you can walk your foot away first as you reach down toward your right shin, ankle, or foot. So keep that left knee up. And then see if you can just lower a little bit, chest toward thigh. And then the variation is wrapping your left arm in front of that left shin. And then your hand lands on the thigh behind you. And then you can lower a bit more. So release that, walk up your leg, straighten up the left one, come back to that staff pose so that we can rebalance hips and shoulders. And then just walk to an easy forward fold. You don't have to come too low. Walk back up. Take one more staff pose to rebalance everything. Use your monitor to kind of adjust your shoulders. We're going to try something different today. So relax out of that and come onto your backs. Well, actually not all the way. We're going to end up like this on our elbows. So it's modified fish pose. So instead of going through into the complete fish posture, we're going to just try to create a back bend in reclined position. So if you get yourself this far, lift your chest up so you're arcing your back, and then just bring your head back if your neck is healthy today. So it doesn't have to touch the floor, we're just allowing it to drop back. Keep the chest as lifted as far up as you can. Your legs are together, your toes are pointed. Both legs are working as one. And this is where my sinus is completely clear and both nostrils open. And then straighten your neck and release back down onto the floor. So that was a pretty deep neck stretch. So we're going to end class today with moving yoga. So allow your body to rest very deeply. Bring your arms out at a T. And we don't have a whole lot of time, but we're going to go almost right to Shavasana with this. So bend your right knee and brush the inside of your foot and your ankle with the left leg. So they're very close together. Start dropping that right knee to the right and then back up to center. So you're rolling on the side of your foot and continue moving that right knee up and down. The breath work is exhale down and inhale up. We're going to do about 5. All right, and now straighten that leg. You'll notice that there's always already a release in tension in the low back. Your right leg might feel longer. And then bend the left one, snug it right up to the inside of the right, and drop the left and back up. Just about 5 or 6 of them. And then now straighten that leg and notice the difference. All right, we're going to bend both knees, keep the knees locked together. Same thing with the feet. Drop both knees to the right, your feet are stacked, and then back to center and down to the right, just to the right and center 5 times. And then pause at the top and drop both of them left 5 times. Pause at the top when you're done. And then drop both of them right and left for windshield wiper. So the breath work is exhale down and inhale into your center. Turn your head opposite your knees. And balance yourself equally on both sides. Come back to your center. Hug knees to chest. Either stay here or come into a full happy baby. And you can massage your back in either posture. And then straighten the legs to the ceiling. Lower both legs to the floor. Come into full Shavasana. And then begin your sweeping breath. So start at the crown of the head. Exhale down the whole width of the body, down both legs and out the toes. Watch the breath as it curls around and enters the toes, travels up the legs, the width of the body, and out the crown of the head, and allowing it to spin around and enter the head and follow the sweeping breath once again. Exhale everything down and inhale it back up. Exhaling down, releasing any negative emotion, any doubt or fear, anxiety, a low mood, all the negative emotions, and then inhale the full breath and health and wellness of Mother Earth and the universe, and bring it into the body. Pause at the inside of the crown of the head and rest in silence just for a moment. Relax the muscles, go deeper into that stillness and silence. And then very gently begin deepening your breathing and moving fingers and toes. Roll to your left side and help yourself back up to seated. Okay, hands to your heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Okay, kids.